Let's see. There we go. We are live. Hello, everyone. Give yourself a round of applause. How is everyone doing? Yes. Today, I want to go ahead and speak on a topic that I haven't spoke about lately. And I guess I should have spoke about it sooner, but I haven't. And today we have a very special guest, someone that is an icon in my life. One of my role models, besides my sister, my grandmother, my nephew, my auntie Janet, that's coming into town. I have the only person that created such beautiful person and royalty of myself, the only person that could do it. My mother, Z-Zone. Hello.
Hello. How are you?
How are you?
I'm great, and thank you for having me.
Yes. Why wouldn't I? I would just be stupid not to have you.
Oh, come on. Well, thank you it's a pleasure to be here to speak to you and your audience. And I am known as ZZ, which is Z-Zone, and I would like to take you to my zone. And I understand our topic will be about the historical statues.
Yes, our topic is about the removal of the historical statues. How do you feel about this? How do you feel about the removal of these statues? And y'all, first I want to give a disclaimer. I don't know what she's about to say. And if you know my mama, you know she's very blunt, okay? So, I don't know what she's about to say. I'm kind of nervous myself, all right? Okay, so mama, how do you feel? I just want to go ahead and put that out there. Mama, how do you feel about the removal of these statues?
Well, I will say this. I do, first and most of all, I do understand the nature of certain people feelings and emotion toward the removal of the statues. But I do feel, due to the fact that it's going to cost millions of dollars to remove these statues that has been around for years and years and years.
Mm-hmm.
And even though they do represent characters that was not for every culture,
mm-hmm.
slavery,
mm-hmm.
hatred,
mm-hmm.
prejudice, judgment.
Right.
But nevertheless, it is history, be it it's good or bad, it is history. And it's like, what, one day y'all just absolutely just happened to wake up and someone told y'all, ooh, that sign over there, that was a slave trader. And your ass been walking around and been in the city.
Been looking at these statues.
I don't know how long, how many years. You probably even took pictures by the statue. Or thought it was a nice statue.
Right.
But I am happy the fact that people did get educated to who the statue and what the statue did represent.
Finally,
but
yes.
My thing is, we have people that are sleeping on the street.
Exactly.
We have people who need more money in food stamps or assistance.
Yes.
And I just feel like money could have been put to better use than just removal of a statue who's not gonna really. Is it gonna make a difference when it comes to black people killing blacks and or white people killing whites, or is it going to make a difference the statues being moved as far as just all nature of crime?
Right.
So Me myself.
What's the real purpose?
Yeah,
Is it going to make a real
exactly.
change?
To me, it was just a big conspiracy that took place.
Right.
For so many other things to be hidden behind the focus of a removal of certain statues when so many other things are so much more important.
Right.
So therefore, I understand the reason.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, it wasn't a priority.
Exactly. And that's how I felt about it. I mean, I felt that we really need to, I understand the reason why people want to remove the statues. I completely understand, but I think that it should have been thought out more carefully before everybody got all routed up about some damn statues that's been around forever and a doggone day. And just like my mama said, we done took, I don't know how many people done took pictures by all these folks, or probably even got their wedding pictures with the statue behind it. Okay? Got their wedding pictures, even got their kids sitting in the bluebonnet with the statue behind it. Now all of a sudden we want to make a big deal about that. We put so much energy into the wrong thing that we forget about what we really need to put our energy on, and that's coming together and doing what we have to do to survive what is a downfall that's been happening to America for the past, I will have to say, 16 or so on years.
And my thing is not to cut you off or be too blunt or step on anyone's toes.
Here she goes.
But my thing is, why does it matter to you? I would just like some of the people that I saw down there protesting, I would like to go to their house. I want their house clean. I wonder if they're really taking care of their kids like they should be. I wonder,
or if they're teaching their children about who these people are.
Exactly. And nevertheless, history. I understand. I'm with y'all.
Break it down. History.
History.
Yes, ma'am. Break it down.
It's still part of history.
Yes, it is.
And be if it's good or bad, right or wrong, we need wrong
and
in order to know good.
That's right.
We need evil in order to understand righteous.
That's right.
We need pain in order to understand sunshine.
You better preach.
Like they say, some of us can stand the rain, but what is it? How does sun go? Let me correct myself. You can stand that sunshine, but can you stand the rain?
Oh, you talk about some New Edition.
Yeah.
Can you stand the rain? One of my favorite songs.
One of the best groups that are ever exist.
She always say that because she know all of them, y'all. She know every single one of them and have not introduced me to them. Ain't that something?
But nevertheless, my hat go off to them, all due respect. But this is the thing, it's just strange that it happened to come at this certain point in time when so
you think
many
it's really strange?
Yeah, because everything is time. I truly believe that under the table, everything is time. They already know when they're going to do this. They already know when this is going to happen. They already know when that's going to happen. And I would just like for everyone to start, especially people in the community, in the neighborhoods, and to focus on more things that are more important than just a removal of a statue. So much of that money, hell, I would have rather for them divided the money up, and everybody just lined up on the street, and let's divide that money up and put some money in our hands instead of
into removing these statues.
Yeah, what's up with this 40 acre and these mules?
The 40 acre mule.
This is what I'm talking about.
I don't think that it was a conspiracy theory or anything. I really strongly think, and I know that this may step on some people's shoes, toes and hands and fingernails and all, but I really do, and toenails, and probably mess up some women nail polish that ain't dry yet. But I think that due to the fact that President Trump is the president, and he is a hate person, he is racist, even though he tried to push it and like put it under the rug and all that type of stuff and say he's for the people and all that type of stuff. We all know what type of people he's really for. And I think that due to the fact that he's the president and he's so outspoken on Twitter and stuff, he's a Twitter gangster, that now we got people that feel like they're strong and thugging enough to go down to the local dollar store, Family Dollar, and buy mosquito protectors and march about these, and bring up hate and stuff, which triggered people to want to take down these statues.
Well,
one of the triggers.
Well, that was kind of deep, and I did go there with you. I dived in with you. But my thing, when it comes down to Donald Trump, yeah, everyone has a right to their opinion, what they want to believe in, and what they want to fight for.
Right.
And I'm 50-50 with Donald Trump. The 50 that's for Donald Trump is the fact is he's not no ass kisser. He done pretty much broke up that buddy system in the White House. It is certain things that he do or want to come to pass. I totally agree on. I won't exactly say which things, but sometimes things have to happen. God put people, or our Heavenly Father put people in positions, and it's kind of like the curtain is closed until these people get in these certain positions, and then at the end it's revealed, because one thing I can say, since Donald Trump has been in office, generation of racists seem to get along a little better than they was at first.
You think?
A little better because
I think generational racism has come up. At before he was in office, it was kind of swept under the rug and only kept inside of the house.
Well, the reason why,
but now that he's in office, certain people are completely bold enough to allow themselves to be more racist, more out in the public.
Well, I do
and show
understand,
their hatred more.
Yeah, I know you're talking about as far as the different organizations, but I'm talking about in the neighborhoods, because see, they're suffering now too. A certain group of people are suffering. They're beginning to feel the pain. So now it's more or less like we all need to work together. We all need to work together.
Oh, so what you're saying is due to the fact that all of this stuff is happening, not all people, and I'm just going to go ahead and break it down and use this for example. What I'm really focusing on is what I took from it is that certain Caucasians are hatred, and they do a lot of hate stuff just like all races do, but there is some good Caucasians that's out there that's being affected wrongfully due to the fact of what's going on, and it's being that group of good Caucasians and non-hate Caucasians are now starting to come out and stand out and say we need to all work together.
Well, part of that is true, but I'm not just only focusing on Caucasian, because you have prejudice in every race. I am prejudiced in certain areas and to a certain extent.
You prejudiced against Creoles?
I am prejudiced to a certain extent in certain situations but we were supposed to be talking about the statues, and we got Donald Trump. I don't know how
because I feel like
very interesting, but
I feel like one of the reasons why the statues and stuff is coming out is because of all the hate. People are being more aware
that's
of
the reason
hate.
Why I said,
and that's one of the reasons why the statues are starting to come down, because of the effect of Donald Trump. Every president have their effect.
Well, this is
and he has a hatred effect.
Well, this is the reason why I say it is a conspiracy. How is it that you can have statues that has been up for I can't say hundreds of years because I don't know how long certain statues been up in certain states. But how is it all over the world you have had these statues up? And here we are in 2017.
Knocking on 18.
And all of a sudden now it's a problem that statue is up because what they represented.
Right.
Don't you know you have those same representations that is your doctors, that are your teachers, that are your bosses, that are your pharmacists. So
that are your pastors.
Exactly. So I'm just, I mean, back to the
living statues.
Just back to the statues. Like I said, I just feel all history, be if it's good or bad, all
needs to be
of his
respect.
story.
It needs to be respect.
Need to be made aware of.
Exactly. I understand.
Jews went through stuff.
Yes, they did.
Blacks weren't the only ones that went through.
Yes, exactly.
Went
through hell and hot water and back to
and stuff. So
exactly.
Japanese to Chinese.
Yes.
My mama Japanese, my daddy Chinese. Look
what they done to me. Yeah.
Just to, put some humor in it. But, we all races have suffered.
Yes. But you know what's amazed me is how people don't speak about how the Caucasian race suffered.
Well,
they have suffered in their past, thousands and thousands of years ago, back in the cave time. They suffered.
Well,
and I think we have to acknowledge. I mean, it wasn't as bad. Compared to the other suffering of races.
Well, the reason why I wouldn't call that suffering because no one was doing anything to them. That was just the way life had to be at that moment for them in order to survive. It wasn't like in the cave days anyone was coming in taking this or killing them or raping their women or selling their kids or anything like that. So I really can't say, in my opinion, that true European Caucasians, wherever they come from, because I mean, it's not a.
There's different. They
so
come
many,
from different. Yeah.
So many different ethnics that they come from. So or whatever the word is, but
different areas that they come from.
Yeah. Backgrounds or cultures or whatever that they come from. But back to the statue, basically that's how I feel. To me it was a conspiracy to turn people, in my opinion, to put their anger out on each other and frustration out on each other. Because like you have said in so many cases, if you're in a car accident and you're on that operating table or your kids, you're not going to stop to think, well, is this a Ku Klux Klan smell the 53rd or Willow Lane Dudane? Or or is this a one of those black nigger roaches? I put it in, or this one of those Chinese, Japanese people.
Yeah,
is this a Jew blood? You just want their blood to save their life, or their kidney, or whatever organ that you might need. So, just staying on topic. Like I said, I just feel that I understand. I do understand, but that was definitely not a priority for money. To me, it was just another conspiracy for them to say, this is how much this cost for them to steal.
So, if it's a conspiracy have to have a motive behind it, correct?
It was a motive for them to be able to steal. Because then
but what was the purpose? What is it? What is the conspiracy?
Part of it was so they can steal.
Is
part of it is so that they can. It's another way for them to steal money. Because You can't tell me the removal of one statue is going to cost millions. And even I think I saw on CNN, one statue was costing $1 billion.
Wow.
You can't tell me that one statue to remove that was $1 billion. So see, things is being created in order for a lot of things to happen, along with being able to steal money.
So it's about the dollar bill.
Money is the evil, is the root to all
Money
evil.
is not evil. Money is one of my best
Money
friends.
is the root to
and
all
money is
evil.
a good dog.
I mean,
Money is a good dog.
I'm packing
My
very well.
God, my dog is named Money. If y'all wonder what's going on.
Oh yeah, my grandson Money. I mean, I'm packing very well myself, and so are you. So I'm not saying money, but I'm saying the root to money.
And let's speak about that. People always say the root to money is the root to all evil. To me, it's not. It's the greed of
That's
money.
what make the root.
And I think
that's what make the root. That's what make the root.
They need to rephrase that. The greed of money,
No.
not the root to all. The root to money is evil.
Because root means what? What is a root of a plant? It's the bottom of it.
It's the
right?
bottom of it. It's the growth. It's the foundation.
Right. So if you're not doing what, or you're out to kill someone just to get money, that means
Well,
what?
then it needs to be rephrased. The root for money is evil.
Why you gonna say the root for money when
Because money is not evil. Money is just a piece of paper.
But
that's
it's
green.
saying it is the root to. You're not listening. To all evil. Not for, but to. So see,
Okay.
that's the key word, to. Do you understand where I'm coming from now?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate that. Respect. So.
What you say, Mama? Respect.
Yeah, I appreciate that. But
Yes,
it's been
ma'am.
a pleasure speaking to you. No, you know, I'm not the one that constantly repeat myself, but it's been a pleasure to be on your show.
Thank you, Mommy.
And I do understand that you're gonna actually have a selection talking about the football players. I know you're a true football. I understand you are a true. And if there's any Dallas Cowboys out there that are listening, you have a true football fan. My daughter here is straight up die hard. We'll cut you
We'll cut you down.
over the Dallas Cowboys.
Over the Dallas Cowboys and Big Daddy Jones, honey.
Now I love
don't
me some
play.
Jerry Jones now.
I don't play.
Miss Jones, I love her too. 'Cause
Yes.
she just looked like she just
Now tell me why my mama know these people. Why can't when
I have another show to go to. I don't
You
have
know
time.
what? See, my mom and my sister wrong. I guess they be saying I'm too blunt. And so they be knowing all these folks, y'all. They don't be introducing me to them. I guess because I'm so blunt. But they would love me.
But I would love to be
I have a lovable personality.
But I have a plane to catch, but I would love to be on your next topic.
But she will be back on
To
my
speak
birthday.
But I would love to come back and speak on the football situation where they're not
Okay.
standing for the national anthem, which I
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. That is a topic that I have been throwing around. I talked to my mom about. I do want y'all to know that most of my topics I always throw to my mom first to get her opinion about it and stuff. And then I come on here. And so she just kind of let the cat out of the bag, so to say. But I
Just stay tuned.
Just stay tuned, and we will speak about that. And my birthday is coming up, so I appreciate everyone that's getting ready for the big holiday. For the big holiday. And
Yes.
so my mom's about to fly out, but she'll be back for my birthday.
And hi, Janet. Hey, sweetie. My shout out to Miss Janet Jackson, the Queen. Hey, girl.
I'm the queen.
Miss Janet Jackson is the queen also. It can be more than one queen. You are the queen of all queens.
Thank you.
But Miss Janet Jackson and also
She's
is
an
also
icon. I consider her one of my icons as well.
she is an icon queen. So my shout out to you, Janet Jackson.
Anybody else
Welcome to
on-
Dallas.
Anybody else on Facebook?
And thank you for listening and tuning in to Z.
Yes,
Zone.
a lot of people don't know, but she's already here, from what I understand.
Well, she didn't
She's
want
been
anyone
here.
to know that.
Oh, she's not here. All right, y'all. Bye. Peace, love, and hair grease.